What are you doing?
What is the problem? Hey, you guys are acting like thugs, man. You're acting like straight up thugs.
Watertown, Wisconsin police. Why am I showing you the Watertown, Wisconsin Police Department Facebook page with the public phone number 920-261-6660? Well, that's probably because of this video right here that was shared with me by Trot Golfer. Trot, I really appreciate it. Let's take a look.
Serve one another. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. But if you bite and devour one another, beware lest you be consumed by one another.
Hey, what are you doing?
What is the problem?
What's wrong with you? What are you doing? I just think that my hand. You didn't give him any warning. You just grabbed the mic.
No, this is the same one that we had in here before.
Yeah, that was in there. It was not out here. What is wrong with you? What are you doing? You didn't give us any warning.
Let it go. You guys have been warned.
They said we can they said we can speak out here on the sidewalk freely.
You can speak, but there's no amplified device.
Nobody told us that.
What are you doing? Nobody told me that. That's
Well, how come there's no amplification?
this.
Hey, you guys are acting like thugs, man. You're acting like straight up thugs.
Hey, you're taking away my property.
He has every right to be out here engaging in speech. He has every right to be out here engaging in speech. There's cars driving by with their radios playing, that's amplified sound. People are standing out here with radios, that's amplified sound. The ordinance has to do with a decibel gauge. You don't just get to pick and choose which amplification you like and which you don't. That's selective enforcement of the law. That's discrimination on the basis of speech. That's what you all just did. Content-based discrimination based on speech. Walk away, because you know you just did wrong.
Very, very well said. Back to blue till it happens to you. Back to blue till what happens to you, Brian? Oh, I don't know. Persecution, abuse, maltreatment, mistreatment, tyranny, despotism, repression, suppression, subjection, subjugation, enslavement, exploitation. That's what you just saw there from the Watertown Police Department in Wisconsin. Now, if instead of reading the Bible out loud, these young kids were engaged in looting a Walmart, handing out pride flags, walking in the streets in front of little kids, maybe the cops wouldn't have even approached them. But because they're reading the Bible, because they're exercising their freedom of speech, cops got a serious problem with that, unless you belong to a particular demographic. Right, Watertown Police Department? So let me just ask you guys, anybody who's left backing the blue,
why are you doing it?
why are you backing them? Why do you give them your support? Why do you give them your resources when they call you for that donation drive twice a year? This guy right here is a sergeant. A sergeant should know better. And people are none too happy on their Facebook page. It says, fascist cops you are. People have freedom of speech. Arresting kids for speaking the truth, karma will be righteous. Wouldn't give you guys a dime, tyrants. Why did the Watertown police arrest a young man for peacefully speaking about the Bible? Shouldn't you be arresting real criminals? I usually back the blue, but not this time.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
How many more examples do you need to show you that backing the blue is tantamount to backing the SS back in the 1930s? Just another department full of tyrants arresting people for exercising their First Amendment right. I hope all individuals you tyrants arrest sue the department, the officers involved, and the city. Tyrants. Watertown PD is ashamed to the badge for infringing upon the rights of the kid preaching in a park. Do you just hate God, free speech, or is it both? Apparently, you have no love for constitutionally protected freedom. And I just want to point out before we go back to some of these comments, this is a systemic problem. In this frame right here, you have 3 police officers, 1, 2, 3, and then you got the sergeant trying to steal the mic away from this kid right here. That's 4. I counted at least 5 officers on the scene, which tells me this isn't just an isolated incident within this department. Not one cop had the guts to step forward and go, what the heck are we doing? Why are we arresting this guy again? Why are we stealing his property? Why are we taking him away and kidnapping him for free speech? I don't know about all you guys, you fellow Thin Blue Line badge members, but I took an oath and I'm going to take that oath seriously. I swore to protect free speech and anybody exercising it, and we're violating that right now. Screw that. Not one person, not one good cop standing up, doing the right thing, saying the right thing. Why? Because they're conformists. Conformists do what they're told regardless of what is right. A moralist, on the other hand, will do what is right regardless of what he's told. And not one moralist is on the scene right here. Every single one of them is doing what their fellow Thin Blue Line buddies are doing because, hey, that's crowd psychology, and I don't have a brain or a heart of my own to step forward, and I don't have the courage to do so, because if I do that, well, they're going to put a target on my back. I can't sit here. You can't expect me to do the right thing as a police officer and come out against my fellow Thin Blue Line buddies while they're involved in committing a frickin' crime in broad daylight on camera. You swore an oath. That's all you got to do. Stand up and say, what kind of people are we to violate our oath of office and to harm people for exercising a right we swore to frickin' protect? Not one good cop on the scene. Doesn't that alarm people? Don't people say, hey, I usually back the blue. Really? Why? Why? Anytime you see any video on the internet, you don't see one cop stepping forward to do good. You know, the one that I can think of is that female cop who grabbed the belt loop of that sergeant to pull him back because he was brutalizing somebody. But how many drug stops has she been a part of? How many illegal searches and seizures has she been a part of? You know, pulling that guy's belt loop back and really giving that sergeant what for. And then he basically put his hands on her neck. He's like, don't you ever do that again. You know, one good thing. I'm not saying these bad cops never do good things, but as a tenor, as a pattern of their lives, they do bad. They're part of a bad organization. They're part of a hypocritical organization because they took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States. Guess what? The laws of the United States, most of them are evil and downright oppressive and tyrannical. So you're telling me, oh, I'm going to protect the freedoms guaranteed in the Constitution that's supposed to be protected by the Constitution, and I'm going to protect all the laws that go against the Constitution. You're hypocrites. All those laws, the laws that are evil, the laws that are antithetical to true liberty, are laws that are diametrically opposed to the Constitution you swore to uphold. You're automatically, right off the bat, a hypocrite. I love this one right here. Y'all would have fit in nicely with the SS and Gestapo. You're going to follow those orders right to hell, fellow citizens. Got to raise more money for the lawsuits, equal protection under the law, wife beaters. And then somebody posted that video, such big, tough clowns in costumes. Your officers arresting a young man, his First Amendment rights violated, and he was not read his Miranda rights. So leave your thoughts about this for the world, the Global Thought Police, and the Watertown, Wisconsin Police Department in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, the links are in the description. Grab a shirt. Become a channel member. Remember, freedom is dangerous. It's scary. It's amplified sometimes. But the only thing more dangerous is not having freedom. I'll see you in the next video.